Hi everyone. I wanted to share this journal with you. I am taking part in a swap on Junk Journal Junkies, and it's your favorite fictional character junk journal swap. And the idea is that we are paired up with a partner, and then we make a junk journal that reflects our partner's favorite fictional character. So I was partnered with Lori Weber. Hi Lori. And her favorite fictional character or series was Outlander, and that was mine as well. So we were well paired, I think. So this is the journal that I've made for Lori, and I've been wanting to do an Outlander themed journal for a while. So this was great fun for me, and I really enjoyed doing it. So the journal had to measure a minimum of 5 by 7 with a 1.5 inch spine, and this is slightly bigger than that. And it is a book cover that I've used. And it was, the book cover was this green color, and I've just added some crackle medium and some brown paint to it, just to grunge it up a little bit. And then I've layered some coffee dyed cheesecloth under some tartan paper, and of course the thistle image, and then I've just added a little bit of metal that I had just to add a bit of interest. My intent was that I was going to have a closure that was chain and have some charms and things hanging off, but this journal just got so stuffed that it really would not stay closed properly with the chain, so I've had to resort to some seam binding. But the seam binding actually looks exceptionally well with this. This was seam binding that I got from Allie. We did a swap back in the summertime, and I got this from her, and it's just actually perfect for this. So you can see how chunky that's gotten. So I'm not going to do a lot of explanation. If you know Outlander, this journal will make sense, and if you don't know Outlander, it will not make sense likely, and it would take me far too long to try to explain everything. So I'm just going to do a quick flip. The reason I did a cover like this and the base of the book the way I did was because Scotland really is a character in the book series. And so I've tried to use Scotland, the Scotland character as the base for this. So, you know, my vision of Scotland is you know, the greens and the misty purples and blues, and that kind of gray. So that's really why I've chosen to do the cover like this in the base of the book the way I did. All the papers are coffee dyed, and the line pages are either Marion Smith printables or Ephemeris Vintage Garden printables. So I'll just quickly take you through. On the inside cover, I have recreated the first page of the first book. And then on this first page, of course, the standing stones, and then this is the lyrics to the theme song for the TV series. And I've used an edge punch throughout and done some stamping, of course, which I always do. You know, I don't like to have very plain pages. And then I've just added, you know, some journaling cards and a little bit of seam binding and a little bit of lace. Outlander locations, and I've just added some of these die cuts throughout as well. And just a side pocket here. And just images of Scotland, and I've got all my images from Pinterest. And then for journaling cards, I've used some of the covers of some of the books by Diana Gabaldon, books in the series. And this is Frank and Claire during the war years, so I've just added a tag here for journaling on the back of that. And then there's just a couple of images of Frank and Claire there. And then another journaling card. And these two images, this was a bookmark that I purchased off of Etsy, and then this was an Etsy purchase from a while ago, and these are vintage postcards to people in Scotland, so I thought that was a good idea. This, of course, is a standing stone image, and I've made that into a pocket. And I should have mentioned, if I didn't already, I don't think I mentioned that I didn't just put images randomly in the book. I've tried to make it flow with the story, so if you know the story, you'll see that the images that I've used kind of are a progression and really follow the storyline. I wanted it to make a little bit of sense as I was doing it. So of course there's the thistle with the dragonfly and a tag, and then this is just journaling spot there. And another tuck spot, and a gorgeous picture, or a gorgeous image of Scotland. I had to include that. And then this is an envelope. And of course, a picture of Jamie, the hero. And then here's the villain, Blackjack. And that's just a tag from some tartan paper and the Fraser crest there. Lots of room for journaling in this. I wanted to not only have a lot of images, but also lots of room for journaling. And on the back of that is Jamie's sister, Jenny. And then the castle and just a few of the character images there, and of course the two brothers there. Center the signature. And a couple of images there. And Claire, of course, was a nurse in 1945, and in 1743 she was a healer. So this is an image of I guess an apothecary's table here, and I've cut the image and made this into a pocket, and then I've included some of these herbal remedy images just as journaling spots. And then I created a couple of tags, one for Jamie and one for Claire. This one is for Jamie, and I saw this, I was inspired from Pinterest, so I've recreated it using similar images to what what I saw. It was actually an ATC that I saw, and I've made it into a tag, and it just tucks into that pocket. And I've used a couple of these library pockets that I got from Allie. They're perfect, Allie. Thank you. And another character image. Now this is when they get married, so there's an image of their wedding day, and that's an image of Claire's wedding ring that Jamie had made for her. And in this pocket, I've just wrapped some seam binding and some little flowers here that just remind me of white heather, so that's why I've included those. And then inside here, I can get into it, I have the marriage contract. So that just sits in there like that. And a couple of images of Jamie and Claire as journaling spots. And this is the church where they got married. Just a tuck spot on the back. And a quote from Jamie. And another tuck spot in their wedding picture. And that's Lallybroch, and then there's a couple of images of, or an image of each of Jamie and Claire. And then another journaling spot, Dragonfly and Amber. And that's a pocket, another pocket, and just a quote. And another quote, an image of Jamie and Claire, and another quote there. And this was kind of a funny card that I just kind of liked Real Men Wear Kilts. And another one. And this is just a Michael's bag, and I put a tuck spot on top, and then just added this tag to the back. Other center of the signature. This is another character image here. And then there's a journaling spot up there as well. And I've added a little bit of metal throughout, and then just a couple of quotes from Jamie after he finds out that Claire is actually from 200 years in the future. I had to add that image of Scotland again just because it's so gorgeous as a journaling card. This is the tag I made for Claire. So that's her tag. And then there's Castle Urquhart on Loch Ness, and that's just a journaling spot. And there's an image of Jamie and Claire riding to the stones. And that's a stamp that I have that I've used there on that envelope, and just another journaling spot there. Just a tag with a thistle image, and then of course Dragonfly and Amber, they're off to Paris, so I've got that little journaling card there. And in here is Drums of Autumn and the Standing Stones. Of course, she goes back through. And then there's the Battle of Culloden. So here I've got the actual Culloden monument, the Clan Fraser marker, and then in this envelope, that's the memorial that's here. And then I've got an image of Culloden Field. And in this envelope I have the map of Culloden, an old map of the field, and how things, sorry that's upside down, how they all lined up in that. So that's part of it as well. And then that's the end of the book. I've just got a little pocket here on the back. So Lori, I hope you like it. I had so much fun doing this journal, and it was a great swap, and Marina actually hosted it for us over on Junk Journal Junkie, so thank you, Marina. It was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.